Hello, welcome to Trigonometric. Today we are going to be discuss about introduction part of trigonometry. So before going to learn trigonometry, the concepts we should learn first. The concept of trigonometry starts with each and every word of trigonometry. The word of trigonometry is derived from two Greek words that are trigonon and metron. The word trigonon means a triangle and the word metron means measure. Some people may call tri means three, gono means angle, metron means measurement. Three angle measurements also some people may say. But here I am telling about trigonon means triangle, metron means measure. Hence, trigonometric means the science of measuring triangles. The definition for trigonometric is trigonometric is a branch of the mathematics which deals with the measurement of sides and angles of triangle. This is about trigonometry. Trigonometry, in the trigonometry we got angle, the word angle. Angle is, an angle is amount of magnitude or rotation from initial side to the terminal side. The signs of an angle is said to be positive or negative as the initial side rotates in a anti-clockwise or clockwise direction to get the terminal side. According to that, we can say whether it is negative or positive. So, when terminating side is moving anti-clockwise, then we say that is positive. When it is moving clockwise, then we can say it is negative according to this figure. So, this is about angle and different types of angles. So, here we have to measure the angle. We will measure the angle in different ways. There are three system of measuring the angles. They are nothing but, first one is sexagesimal system, or it is also called as British system, or it is called as English system. The second one is centesimal system, or French system. That is the second one. Third one is circular system. Also sometimes we'll call Roman system also. So this is these are three different types of measurements. So what is sexagesimal system? In this system, the angle can be measured as degrees. What is degree? If a right angle is divided into 90 equal parts called degrees, that means 1 degree is nothing but 1/90th part of right angle. That can be indicated with 1 power 0 as like this. Here in the blue color I indicated. This is indication of degree. Each degree and also again divided into 60 equal parts. Each part is called 1 minute. The symbol is for 1 power 1 is 1 minute. Each minute is divided into again 60 equal parts called seconds. So 1 power double indicates those that is nothing but 1 second. So like this degree can be defined, and also we can say in other words the degree is nothing but 1 degree, 1 right angle is equal to 90 degrees, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Degree can be measured in other way if a rotation from initial side to terminal side is 360th part of a revolution. The angle is said to be measure of 1 degree. That is the definition for a degree. Right. This is about sexagesimal system. Second one is centesimal system. In this system, the measurement is we can measure the angle in grades. So, grade, how can be divided the grades? If a right angle divided into 100 equal parts, each part is called, each part which is making an angle is called grade. Each grade again subdivided into 100 minutes, and each minute into 100 seconds can be divided. that you can see here. 1 degree, one right angle equal to 100 degrees, 100 grades. 1 grade is equal to 100 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 100 seconds. This is about centesimal system. So now we can see circular system. This is also widely using in the trigonometry. In the system, the unit to measure is radian. Radian is nothing but 1 radian is the measure of an angle subtended at the center of circle by an arc of length equal to the radius. This is not radian, radius of circle. It is denoted as 1 power c. That all diagram also you can observe here. So pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. We can measure. So the relation between three system of measurement of an angle can be written as d by 90 and c by 100 and pi by 180. This relation we can use to convert one system to another system. So in our trigonometry, major role plays by right angle triangle. So that we are going to be learn definition and a few properties of right angle triangle also, because it is right angle triangle is a one of most important shape in geometry and in the basics of trigonometry. In right angle triangle, one which you have three sides, one side called base and one side called hypotenuse and another side is called height, with the angle between base and height being 90 degrees. In our trigonometry we use Pythagoras theorem on right angle triangle. So here Pythagoras theorem also I wrote the square of length of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of lengths of squares of base and height. That is right angle triangle. These properties maybe we use in our trigonometry, because totally in our introduction of trigonometry totally depends on right angle triangle. In the here you can see figure, this is nothing but height, this is the base, this is hypotenuse, which is called highest length, longest side. So this is nothing but right angle. Right angle is always straight line height and straight line base. So one angle is always 90 degrees in the right angle. Right angle triangle always contains one angle is 90 degrees. So the side of opposite right angle 90 degrees is hypotenuse. It is longest side. The opposite side to the angle 90 degrees is called hypotenuse. So that is longest side. The sum of other two interior angles of that triangle is 90 degrees, because one angle is 90, sum of angles of triangle equal to 180. Then we will say the other two, sum of other two angles is equal to 90 degrees. So the other two sides adjacent to the right triangle are called base and perpendicular side. So these are a few properties on a right angle triangle. So we use that right angle triangle in our trigonometric. So trigonometric ratios. What are the ratios are there? What is the trigonometric ratio? The ratio of sides of right angle triangle with respect to any of its acute angle are known as trigonometric ratios of that particular angle. So here two words we should remember: ratio of sides and with respect to the acute angles, not with the right angles. So that one must be remember. And we have here in our trigonometry 6 ratios. Those are sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, cosecant and secant. In this figure we have, this is hypotenuse, this is adjacent side, this is opposite side. Here indicated angle to the this angle, to this C angle. Opposite side is here, this is AB, and adjacent side is ABC, and AC is hypotenuse. In our next slide we can see those all. Sine. What is sine? Sine of an angle is defined as ratio of sides opposite that angle to the hypotenuse. That means sin C can be defined as opposite side by hypotenuse. That also called opposite side, also called perpendicular side, and cos C adjacent side, or we can say that is base, which we have seen on our previous slide, the triangle hypotenuse, as opposite adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Tan C perpendicular side and divided by adjacent side, or we can also write as opposite side divided by adjacent side. Cosecant C reciprocal of sin C, that means hypotenuse divided by opposite side. Secant C, that is reciprocal of cos C, hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. Cotangent, that is reciprocal of tan C, that is adjacent side divided by opposite side. These are 6 ratios we have in our trigonometry. So by using this, we'll solve many problems in our chapter. So here also particularly we can see in this first figure ABC. This is a triangle, right angle triangle. C has 90 degrees. Sin A, I am writing about A acute angle. At A acute angle. Sin A, opposite is BC, hypotenuse is AB. ABC divided by AB. Cos A to the A adjacent side is AC, and hypotenuse is AB. That means cos A is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse AC divided by AB. And tan A is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. A at acute angle A, opposite side is BC, adjacent side is AC. So then BC by AC, that is tan A. So reciprocals you can write cosecant A, secant A, cot A. Cosecant A nothing but reciprocal of sin A, so that AB divided by BC you can write. Like that you can write. So here also we can have in this figure we have sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Here cosecant theta equal to 1 by sin theta, secant theta equal to 1 by cos theta, cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. Here theta is nothing but an acute angle which can be indicated with the theta. Theta is a Greek letter that can be used to indicate an angle. So don't worry about theta. Theta by sometimes we will indicate angles with the theta. Sometimes we will indicate with the A, B, C or P, Q or capital letters. So the first question in our exercise 8.1 10th class, the question is here, in triangle ABC, right angle at B, and AB is 24, BC is equal to 7 centimeters. Determine sin A, cos A, and sin C, cos C. So here for the first problem we have to take acute angle at A. So to the A, opposite side is BC, hypotenuse is AC, and adjacent side is AB. So these we can use in our problem. So now we are going to find AC. So sin A nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse AC. ABC divided by AC, but we don't know AC here. So we have to find the value of AC. AC is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. So that this AC is equal to AC, according to the Pythagoras theorem, we know that square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. That means AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Already AB is given 24 square, BC is already given 7 centimeter, so whole square. For 24 square is 576, 7 square is 49, so that totally 625 centimeter square. That means AC square we got 25 square. 625 can be written as 25 square. That means square square cancel, AC is equal to 25. Now we have 25 as AC. So then we can write AC is equal to BC, sin A is equal to BC by AC. That is A 7 by 25. Cos A nothing but adjacent side of angle A divided by opposite hypotenuse of triangle, that is AB divided by AC, 24 divided by 25. Sin C, at C you have to see, at C, to the C angle, opposite side is AB, adjacent side is BC, hypotenuse is AC. So sin C nothing but opposite side divided by hypotenuse. To the C, opposite side is AB and hypotenuse is AC. AB divided by AC is equal to 24 by 25. Cos C, at C the adjacent side is BC and hypotenuse is AC, so that BC by AC, that is 7 by 25. This is first question. The second question we have, in the given figure find tan P minus cot R. In the figure we have the longest side PR is given 13 centimeters and PQ is given 12 centimeter. Q is 90 degrees, which is having, so that we don't know QR, but we have to use Pythagoras theorem to find QR. So in this PQR triangle, so Q is a 90 degrees, so that PR is a hypotenuse. PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. That is the property of Pythagoras theorem we can use here to find QR. So 13 square PR and QR PQ square is nothing but 12 square and QR square you don't know, so that we applied values, and 13 square is 169, 12 square is 144, QR square is QR square. When we transpose 144 to the left side, then 169 minus 144 will get 25 centimeter square. Then QR square is equal to 25 centimeter square, that is QR is equal to root of 25, so that QR is equal to 5 will get. So tan P, to the P opposite side by adjacent side, QR by PQ, that means 5 by 12. To the R, cot means adjacent side by opposite side, that means QR by PR, 5 by 12. So 5 by 12 minus 5 by 12, so directly we can get 0 as the value for the given question. So that is second question. Third question in our trigonometry, if sin A is equal to 3 by 4, calculate sin cos A and tan A. So sin A is equal to, we have 3 by 4. That means sin A always to the A angle A opposite side by hypotenuse. That means BC divided by AC. So we don't know here direct value we cannot write. So ratio always we can have as 3K or like that. So BC is equal to 3K and AC is equal to 4K. According to the Pythagoras theorem, we know that hypotenuse, square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. That means AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square, but we need AB square, AB distance, so that AB square is equal to, when we transpose BC that side, AC square minus BC square. AC square already we know 4K whole square, and BC already you know 3K whole square. So that 16K square minus 9K square is equal to 7K square. So AB, when we are transposing square that side, then root of 7K square, K will be out and root 7 will be remain. So that now we are writing cos A nothing but cos A at A adjacent side AB and hypotenuse is AC, AB by AC. That means root 7K divided by 4K. That means KK will be cancelled and root 7 by 4 will be remain. The tan A is nothing but opposite side divided by adjacent side to the A, acute angle A, so that BC divided by AB, that is 3K divided by, already we got AB as 7K, so root 7K, so that KK cancel, 3 by root 7 will be remain. That is the third problem. The fourth problem we have again, given that 15 cot A is equal to 8. Find sin A secant A. 15 cot A. Cot we should keep here in the left side and transpose 15 to the right side, then that will become 8 by 15. Okay, so that 8 cot A, property of cot A is cot A always indicates adjacent side by opposite side. That means here A, adjacent side is AB, opposite side is BC. That means 8k divided by 15k. K can we can cancel, and we can find AC here, because in the in the triangle AC we don't know. That means according to Pythagoras theorem we know that square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. That means AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AB already given that 8k whole square, and BC is 15k whole square. 8k square is nothing but 64k square, and 15k square is nothing but 225k square. Totally we can add 289k square. So AC is equal to, when we are transposing square to that side, root of 289k square is equal to 17k. And sin A now we can write to the A, sin A is opposite side by hypotenuse. That means BC divided by AC. Already we got AC as 17k, 15k divided by 17k, kk cancel, 15 by 17. Secant A is nothing but reciprocal of cos, that is nothing but hypotenuse by adjacent side. That means AC divided by AB, 17k by 8k, kk cancel, 17 by 88. That is the third question and fourth question. Fifth question we have here, given that secant theta is equal to 13 by 12, we have calculate all other trigonometry ratios. Secant theta is nothing but reciprocal of cos theta. Cos theta ratio is nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse. So secant theta can be written as hypotenuse by adjacent side. So here 13 is adjacent side, hypotenuse, 12 is adjacent side. That means 13k here AC, and AB is nothing but 12k. So by using this BC you can find by using Pythagoras theorem. We got BC is equal to 5k. So all other ratios means sin theta, cos theta, cosecant theta, tan theta, cot theta we can write. So cos theta, sin theta nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse, BC divided by AC. BC divided by AC means already BC we got 5k and AC is 13k, kk cancel, 5 by 13. And cos theta reciprocal of secant theta. Secant theta already given 13 by 12. Then cos theta you can write as 12 by 13. And tan theta is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. That is 5k divided by 12k, 5 by 12. And cosecant theta is reciprocal of sin theta. That means we already got sin theta 5 by 13. So that cosecant theta you can write 13 by 5. Cot theta nothing but the reciprocal of tan theta. Already we got that tan theta is 5 by 12. So cot theta you can write directly 12 by 5. That is fifth question. In the sixth question we have here, if angle A and angle B are acute angles such that cos A is equal to cos B, then show that angle A is equal to angle B. So here angle A and angle B are both are acute angles, and that means we can have C as a 90 degrees. So AB is hypotenuse and AC and BC are other two sides. So now we have another property, that is cos A is equal to cos B as given. By using given we can find other. So that cos A is nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is AC by AB. Cos B adjacent side BC by AB. So these both are equal. Here denominator AB equal, so that we can write AC is equal to BC. So opposite angles are equal to the equal sides in the isosceles triangle. So that angle A is equal to angle B. That is which you have to prove. Seventh question. If cot theta is equal to 7 by 8, evaluate 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. First question. Second question, cot square theta. So first we have to find sin theta and then cos theta and then cot theta. Just apply and we can find. So nothing was here cot theta is equal to 7 by 8 given. Cot theta nothing but adjacent side by opposite side. That means 7k by 8k. That is AB is 7k, BC is 8k. Now we use this to find AC. After finding AC, we can find sin theta and all. So that AC square is equal to AB square or BC square. So by using this, we can find AC. Root of 113 into k we can find. Sin theta is equal to theta already we have at A. So opposite to A is BC. Hypotenuse is AC. So that BC by AC 8k divided by root of root 13 113 k cancel 8 by 113 root of 113. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side AB by AC. That means 7k by root of 113 k. So kk cancel 7 by root 13. So here 1 plus sin theta. Instead of sin theta we can write 8 by root 13. So by applying that simplification we will get 49 by 64. Cot square is nothing but cos square by sin square. Already we found here sin square and cos square theta. By applying this value we also will get 49 by 64 as cot square theta. That is the second question also in the seventh question. So eighth question, if 3 cot A, here small a I wrote but it is must be capital A. So if small 3 cot A is equal to 4, check whether 1 minus 2 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A. This is not 2A. Is equal to cos square A minus sin square A or not. That is satisfies or not. We found here. So definitely we can find easily. So 3 cot A equal to 4. When cot A equal to 4 by 3 you can write. Cot A is nothing but adjacent side by opposite side. So that 4k 3k according to AC is 4k, BC is 3k and AB we don't know. So by using Pythagoras theorem we can find AB. We'll get 5k. Then here tan square A we have, so that tan A we will find tan A nothing but opposite side by adjacent side, that is BC by AC. 3k by 4k is equal to kk cancel 3 by 4, and again other ratio we have cos A and sin A. Cos A sin A, cos A nothing but AC by AB, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So that is 7 by 25, 4 by 5, and sin A is nothing but 3 by 5. So we apply these all values in LHS and in our RHS also. We got same value, so that LHS is equal to RHS. That means 1 minus tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A equal to cos square A minus sin square A. That is the seventh question. And eighth question. Ninth is very simple, so that I did not explain here. Just go through that and do it by yourself. In triangle APQR, angle Q is 90 degrees given, and PR plus QR is equal to 25. PQ is equal to 5 centimeters given. So find the values of sin P, cos P, and tan P. So we have in our right angle triangle, according to Pythagoras theorem, we know that hypotenuse square is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. That is PR square is nothing but PQ square plus QR square. That is here I wrote. And I subjected as PQ square is left side and remaining all I transpose it to the right side. PR square minus QR square. PR square minus QR square is nothing but we can consider as A square minus B square. Then we can write it is as A plus B into A minus B. Already PQ is given. PQ is how much given? 5. So 5 square is equal to A plus B into A minus B means PR plus QR into PR minus QR. That means here 25 square is 25. PR plus QR already 25 is given. So PR minus QR we don't know. So when we transpose 25 that side, PR minus QR is equal to 25 by 25, 1 will get. So then, so PQ minus QR is equal to 1. PR plus QR is equal to 25. When we solve these two, we'll get PQ and QR values. So PQ and QR values as we got yeah, QR is equal to 12 and PR is equal to 13. Then sin P nothing but adjacent side of P, opposite side of P, and divided by hypotenuse, that is QR divided by PR. Already we have 12 by 13, and cos P at the P adjacent side by hypotenuse, PQ divided by PR, that is 5 by 13. So here tan P also opposite side by hypotenuse, the opposite side by adjacent side, that is PQR divided by PQ, that is 12 by 5. Like this we can solve it. So those are all the questions we have in our textbook. So first exercise finished. So then thank you and all.